Anyway, guys, that was Bohr theory and the items of Bohr theory that we're gonna go deep into details in next year. We're gonna study Bohr theory in more details. But for this year, we're gonna be only talking about these 2 points. Anyway, so after that, the arrangement on the we're gonna take a subject called the arrangement of electron on their shell. So what do I mean by that? Arrangement of electron on their shell. So how does the electrons are orbiting around the nucleus؟ شلون الإلكترونات تفتر حول النيوكليوس؟ Electron is an atom are arranged in different orbits called energy levels. الإلكترونات تفتر حول النواة بشكل مرتب في شيء اسمه الانرجي levels أو مستويات الطاقة or shells. The first energy level can have no more than 2 electrons. Remember guys, when you are drawing the first energy level, it has to have 2 electrons. That's it. It cannot have more. Okay, this is the closest level to the nucleus. The second energy level can hold up to 8 electrons. Okay, so the second one have 2 electrons. The third energy level can maximum hold into 18 electrons. And then the next one, the higher level, sometimes can hold over than 32 electrons. Okay, so we can actually calculate how many each shell have an electron by this equation. Total number of energy level in the atom is n. Total number of electrons found in the atom is calculated by 2n to the power of 2, n مرفوع على 2. Just for example, we're gonna take this one. The formula is 2n to the power 2 is used to find the total number of electrons. استعملها حتى ألاقي عدد الإلكترونات in each level في من خلال كل energy level كل مستوى طاقة. N stand for the number of energy level for the first energy level, which is K equal N. Therefore, number of the electron in the first energy level. إذا أريد أطلع عدد الإلكترونات لأول مستوى طاقة, I multiply 2 N to the power of 2, which is gonna be equal to 2. For example, in N, if I wanna know N, therefore the number of electron, the secondary energy level n to the power multiplied by 2 to the power of 2 is gonna be 8. Okay, this is the idea, but for me I recommend all my students to memorize it. 2 8 18 32 2 8 18 32. Okay, now next one we gonna be introduced with the something called the noble gases. Remember guys, if any element has a full of energy of with electron, this means that this element is stable. What do I mean by that? إذا العنصر بإلكترونات مادة مثل هذا يعني full متروسة، شو أسمي هذا العنصر؟ I call it stable. يعني شنو stable؟ يعني مستقر. Okay, for example, this one is not stable, but this one is stable. Okay, this one is actually very stable because as you guys remember, we said that the secondary energy level for this one, اللي هو L, has 8 electrons. Okay, so this one is stable. As you can see, the beryllium is not stable. Same idea for the argon, which is, as you can see, it has full energy levels electron. مستوى الطاقة energy level مالته متروس بالإلكترونات, but as you can see in the phosphor he required 3. Okay, so what will these atoms what will it do to be stable? Okay, حتى تكون مستقرة. For all the atom like to be like this one, the noble gases, because we all want to settle down. كلنا نريد نستقر. Okay, فالatoms اللي غلافها الخارجي doesn't have a lot of electron, they want to settle down, they want to be stable. يريدون إن هم يستقرون ويكونون مثل الغازات النبيلة. So what are they gonna be doing? Okay, they're gonna turn into something called ion. What do I mean by ion? Now, atoms of an element are neutral particles. Okay, for example, you got the phosphor, the beryllium, the hydrogen. This one we call them atoms. Okay, they are neutral. What do I mean by neutral? أقصد بيها إنه هم كونهم neutral، يعني كونهم مستقرة. Okay, which mean that the positive is actually equal to the negative. When that happen? That happen only in the atoms. But their number of a proton, as you can see, and electrons are equal. يعني شنو؟ متساوية. Therefore, the charge of the natural atom is zero. يعني هو المركب element يكون غير مشحون. Okay. Otherwise, the atom's charge إذا كانت البروتون is not equal to the electron, what's gonna happen? It's actually the atom will be charged. يعني شنو؟ يعني تظهر عليها شحنة. Charge يعني شحنة. أما الشحنة either it's positive or it's negative. Okay, so charge of the atom are simply called ion. شنو يعني ions? Ions, it's an atoms that have a charge. What do I mean by that? Either it have charge positive, that I call it cation, or it has a negative charge, which I call it anion. Okay, guys, the same idea that you are getting from the positive is call it for the cation, and the negative, which is you call it an anion. Same idea that you are getting at from the the battery. If you remember the battery in physics, well, you're gonna have a positive charge and negative charge, and one of them called cathode and one of them called anode. Same idea. So anything charged with the positive, we call it cation. That means it has more proton more than the electron. Okay. Anything that charged with negative, we call it anion. Okay. That means the electron is actually are higher than the proton. This is the idea of it. Okay. So you have cat for positive and for negative, and then you add ion. Okay. Ion mean that the atom is actually charged either with cat positive or an negative. Okay, this is the idea. Moving forward, let's take an example. For example, actually the example that's gonna stick with us up until the end of the chapter is the sodium and the chlorine. So let me explain. So let's say we are talking about the sodium Na, which is the atomic number. Guys, remember the atomic number, which is actually equal to the number of proton and electron, is actually 11. So let me draw the sodium. I first start with a very small circle. I call it the nucleus. Now you don't put any electron with the nucleus. Then you go to the next one. Why you don't put any electron in the nucleus? Because the nucleus is the place where your protons lives. That means it's definitely charged with positive. Okay. Next, I will go with the level 1, which is I call K. It has 2 electrons, you guys remember. Then I will go to the next one, which called L, that have, as you guys remember, I can fill it until 8. So now I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in total, the first and the second have 10 electrons. But I have 11, so I'm missing 1. So I have 1 electron here. Guys, as you take a look at the similar stable form that I can show it to you, it's actually the neon. As you can see, the neon here have 10 electrons. So I want to be like the neon. The sodium want to be like the neon. Okay. So what can he do in order for him to get like the neon? Either he can go like the neon or like the argon. But as you can see, it's harder for him to gain 7 electrons. I mean, gaining 7 electron is really, really hard. Okay, so it's actually have two options. Either it's gain 7 electron or it's lose 1 electron. I think it's losing 1 electron. It's better. Why? Because you required a lot of energy to gain 7 electron. So the atom gonna choose definitely losing 1 electron. Okay, so let's take a look what's gonna happen. Remember guys, always write these. Now the protons are 11. We never play with the proton. And the electron here also 11. Why? Because this is an atom. It's doesn't have any charge. The protons are equal to the electron. Now, in order for the sodium to become stable, as I told you guys, he either go like the neon or like the argon. Now, we decided it's gonna lose, so it's gonna turn up like this. So it loses this electron, and the protons are actually 11, but the electron, it's missing one, so it's actually 10. Now draw the sign for each one of them and decide, are they cation or are they anion? You guys decide. Of course, because I'm gonna go over with the big one, and definitely the big charge is gonna win. So the Na will show positive. That means its protons is higher than its electron. That's why I call it cation. Okay, this is the idea. This is how to draw. It's actually very, very simple. All the idea is that you decide either you gain or lose for an atom. Okay, now you can see also I have something called the chlorine, Cl. Okay, the Cl is actually 17, so we will go like this. The first one is for the nucleus. Don't play with it, don't put any electron with it. Then go to the next one. 1, 2. You remember guys, we said the first one only hold up to 2. The next one hold up to 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then I will go next. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Remember guys, I'm doing something, I'm doing always in a single way, because I don't want to do it in a double way and then I end up with a mistake on my drawing. So it's always important that you draw them in a single way. يعني دائما ارسم بشكل مفرد بعدين ازوجها للالكترونات، لان دائما طلابي يغلطون بهذا الموضوع. So now guys, you tell me, what should I do? I have 2 electron here, 2 electron here, 2 electron here. They are stable, but I have a problem because I have 1 electron here that it needs its body, so it's not alone, it's alone, it wants to be stable. So as you can see, tell me, which one should he look like? Should he look like the neon or the argon? I mean, should he gain 1 electron or should he lose 7? Okay, which one easier? Take a minute, think about it, and then unpause the video. That's right, it's easier for him to gain 1 electron than losing 7 electrons. So here is it. It's gonna be like this. Because it's an atom, guys, the proton is actually equal to the electron. Protonات تساوي الإلكترونات. Now we're gonna gain 1 electron. Remember, guys. Always in a single matter and then double it, so you don't get confused or get any mistake about it. دائما سويها بشكل مفرد بعدين ازوجها حتى لا يكون عندك اي غلط. Actually, let me draw it in a different color. So this is the one electron that I gained. So my protons are the same, it's actually 17, but my electrons are different because I gain one, so it's actually 18. And you're gonna have the negative charge here, while in here it's the positive charge. So tell me, which one should I put? Should I put 17 or should I put 18? This one or this one? That's right, I should put the 18. So the chlorine will show a negative sign. That means, is it anion or cation? What do you think? Definitely, it's an anion. So this is the chlorine. Guys, it's simple as that. We're gonna take more example. I'm gonna go through everything, but make sure that you draw the whole thing. Show me that it's a cation, show me it's an anion, show me the proton, show me the electron, show me what did you do. And always remember to draw them in a single manner and then in double. ارسم بشكل مفرد بعدين ارسم بشكل مزدوج. Okay? So let's take another example. Now before I go any further, there is a very important comparison between the atoms and the ions. أكو مقارنة جدا مهمة ما بين الذرات والأيونات. شنو الفرق بين الذرة والأيون؟ An atom can be an ion. الذرة ممكن إنه هي تتحول إلى ion, but not all ions are atoms. مو كل الأيونز ممكن تتحول إلى atoms. Therefore are distinct difference between them. أكو فرق كلش مهم بيناتهم. An atom is the defining structure of an element. Atoms differ from each other by the number of protons in their nucleus. So تختلف عندي عنصر من عنصر إلى عنصر ثاني. شلون اللي يكون الخلاف ما بين عنصر إلى عنصر ثاني؟ الفرق الوحيد هو عدد البروتونات. For example, the oxygen is actually 8, while the nitrogen is actually 7. And you guys all know the big difference between the oxygen and the nitrogen. I mean, for example, I can inhale the oxygen, I live because of the oxygen, but the nitrogen, I inhale it, yes, but it's not important as the oxygen for my lungs. أنا أستنشق غاز النيتروجين صحيح، لكن أهميته مو مثل أهمية غاز الأكسجين لجسم الإنسان اللي إحنا ما نقدر نعيش بدونه. Okay, so the only difference between these two, the only difference in the atom between the oxygen atom and the nitrogen atom is the atomic number. Okay, and also the neutrons number. But the structures of the nucleus are the same. يعني تركيبة الذرة النيوكليوس اللي هي النواة نفسها للأكسجين والنيتروجين. Now I have something called the valence electron. What do I mean by the valence electron? نرجع لمثالنا اللي هو عن عنصر الكلور. الفالنس electron الفكرة مالته ions or atoms of a molecule that have been gained or lost one or more of their valence electron and have a net of positive or negative charge. This is what I mean by the valence electron. هي أعداد الإلكترون اللي أني كسبتها أو خسرتها بحيث طلعت عندي يا إما الشحنة الموجبة أو الشحنة السالبة على المركب. The concept of valence electron is very very important. كلش مهم فكرة الفالنس electron. Why? Because we're gonna use it more often than you think, because it determines the oxidation state. راح نستخدمها أكثر مما أنت ممكن تتصور. ليش؟ لأن من خلالها تحدد أعداد التأكسد. Let's take another example, guys. For example, here I have the lithium. Let me take a look. Now, guys, as you know, the lithium is actually 3. So when I draw my lithium, 1, 2, and 3. And please, guys, don't do the electron as a dot, because sometimes I mix it when I'm correcting your paper. Always use E electron, okay? Then go over this, P equal to 3. The protons are equal to 3, same as here. And then the electron, which is also 3, that means this is an atom. If I want to change it into ion, why would I change it into ion, guys? ليش أحولها إلى ion؟ حتى تكون أكثر استقرارا. ولهذا أني أحول الاتوم مالتي إلى ion. Okay? فحتى تكون أكثر استقرار. What do you guys think it look like? Is it look like the helium, or is it look like the neon? What do I mean by that? I mean, what do you guys think? Should I? Let me do it in different color. Should I gain 7 or should I lose 1? Okay, which one easier? فكر بها من ناحية الطاقة. Think about it from the power point perspective. What was easy for the atom? Is it easy for her to gain 7 electrons or to lose just 1? What do you think? Definitely the best way is to lose this electron, so the lost one is actually the correct one. So let me do it. 1, 2. So now this is the lithium ion. Okay, the P is actually the same, 3, and the electron are now, they are different, so they are now 2. I have only 2 electrons. So guess which charge is gonna show up on the element? Okay, definitely it's this one. So it's gonna be positive. What do I mean positive? Do I mean anion or cation? What do you think? Definitely it's cation. Why? Because the charge is positive. Okay, so it's gonna be a cation. Okay, so this is the idea, simple as that. Let's take another example. Now another example is actually the magnesium. The magnesium is a 12, so I'll start by drawing it. Remember, the first one I don't put anything on it. The next one hold up only to 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and this is the maximum. So now you have 10. Go over to the next one. It's got 1, 2. Okay, so this is actually the magnesium atom. Okay, it have 12 proton and 12 electron. Okay, now what do you think? Should I gain 6 electron or should I lose 2? What do you think? Definitely I should lose 2. It's better. Why? Because the energy for gaining 6 electron, الطاقة اللي لازم أني أخذها حتى أكسب 6 إلكترونات أعلى بهواية من الطاقة اللي أني لازم حتى أخسر إلكترونات. Okay, so this is why I will only lose 2 electrons. So if it's turned to ion, it will be looking like this. So this is how it's gonna be. What do you think, guys? Which charge is gonna be showing on the lithium? The protons or the electron? Definitely the protons. So the magnesium will be positive because I lost 2 plus 2 because I lost 2 electrons. Is it gonna be a cation or is it gonna be an anion? What do you guys think? Definitely it's a cation because it's positively charged. So this is the idea, guys. It's pretty simple. Okay, I'm gonna go now and take another example. So guys, here is another example for us. It's something called the aluminium. The aluminium have 13 electrons. Same idea. 1, 2, that's the max. Go over to the next one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So go over to the next one. Why? Because this one is full. 1, 2, 3. So this is the aluminum atom. Why it's an atom, guys? Because the protons are equal to the electron, which is equal to 13. That means it's an atom. Why? Because it's neutral. Now if I want to change it into ion, why guys do I change it into ion? ليش أحولها إلى ion؟ حتى تكون أكثر استقرارا. فراح تحاول تشبه وحدة من الغازات النبيلة. So take a look at these noble gases. What do you think? Should it look like the neon or should it look like the argon? What do you think? What do I mean by that? I mean, should I gain 5 or should I lose 3? Think about it in the concept of energy. فكر بها من ناحية الطاقة. يا هي أفضل، لأن دائما الذرات تحاول إنه تستخدم أقل طاقة ممكنة. Okay? So for it to be the simple answer is it that it lose 3 electrons. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I lost 3 electrons. So my protons are actually still the same. They are 13, but my electrons are deducted, so they are 10. So guess which sign is gonna show on the aluminium? Definitely, it's the positive sign. And guess which is it gonna be? Is it gonna be cation or is it gonna be anion? Definitely, it's a cation. Why? Because you can see it's the positive charge showing on it. Okay, this is the idea, guys. So let's take the fluorine, guys. Now the fluorine have 9 atomic number. So let's draw the fluorine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is the fluorine atom. The protons are actually equal to the electrons, and they are equal to 9. Okay, so if I want to change it into ion, what's gonna happen? As you can see, guys, 1, 2. Now what do you think? Should I gain 1 or should I lose 7? Okay, which one easier for you? Should I gain only 1 electron or should I lose 7? I mean 7 electron. Think about the energy that you require to lose 7 electron. فكر بمقدار الطاقة اللي انت لازم تخسرها حتى تخسر 7 electron. So this is how it's gonna be. So it's gained 1 electron. Now remember, I never play with the proton. It's gonna be the same, 9. But what about the electron? Now the electron is turned into 10, okay? And this one is positive. So guys, tell me, what do you think about the fluorine? What sign is gonna be showing on the fluorine? Definitely, it's the negative charge, because I gain 1 electron, so I am higher. So what do you think? Is it anion or is it cation? You're right, it's anion. Why? Because the negative charge are showing to the fluorine ion. Okay, as simple as that. Now let's take another example. I'm gonna take the oxygen. The oxygen is actually 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. As you can see, I have 2 single electrons. Now, you guys think about it. What should I do? I mean, should I gain 2 electrons or should I lose 6 electrons? Which one is easier? Definitely, it's gaining 2 electrons. Now, when I change it into ion, remember, why do I change it into ion? Because I want it to be stable. So it's gonna be like the noble gases. Which kind of gas is gonna be look like? Do you remember? Definitely, it's the neon. As you can see, guys, I gain 2 electrons, so my electrons now are 10. This is my negative charge. What about my protons? They are actually the same, 8. So this is my positive charge. So what do you think the oxygen gonna show up with? Definitely, it's the negative charge. And is it gonna be an anion or is it gonna be a cation? What do you think? Definitely, it's an anion because I show it on the negative charge. The negative charge is showing on it, so I call it an anion. Okay, this is the idea, guys. So as you can see, guys, now when an atom is ionized, let me match this for you. When an atom ionized, what do I mean by ionized? I mean it's gain or lose an electron. They lose their characteristic properties. خواصهم تختلف. The properties of lithium atom, the one that, as you remember, lost 1 electron. Magnesium atom, which is lost 2 electron. The fluorine actually gain 1, and the oxygen is also gain 2, are different than the properties of the normal lithium or normal magnesium atom or fluorine or the oxygen, respectively, because the lost energy levels of these ions are full with electrons. So if I ask you guys why the ions are different, why the lithium ion plus are different from the lithium atoms, what is the difference between them? You're gonna say because their last energy levels are full with electrons, so it's gonna be different because either I lost these electrons or I gained them. Okay, so atoms of a metallic element tend to lose electrons. شنو يعني الميتاليك؟ يعني اللي بيها الخواص الفلزية and change into cation. أغلب الخواص الميتاليك اللي هي الايرون، الألمنيوم، lithium, beryllium, all of them, sodium, all of these elements are actually tend to lose their electron and change into cation with the metallic properties. While the non-metallic, guys, you remember we took them last year, the non-metallics are almost like the gases, mostly the gases tend to gain an electron, تكتسب electronات and change into an anion. Okay, تتحول إلى anion. So now remember, you have metallic, lose, cation. Non-metallic, gain, anion. Okay? It must be noted that the noble gases such as helium, what about the noble gases, guys? The gases that already settled, that already have all electron on it, just like these three. Okay? The helium, neon, and the argon. What's gonna happen to them? Are they gonna gain or are they gonna lose? So the helium, neon, and argon do not need to lose or gain electron. ما يحتاجون، لا يكتسبون ولا يخسرون. And thus not be ion under normal condition. تحت الظروف الطبيعية ما تلقوهم بشكل ايونات إلا إذا أنا يعني ضغطت عليه حتى يكسب أو يخسر. Because their last, why guys, this is most important thing, why the noble gas do not tend to form an ion. ليش الغازات النبيلة ما تسوي ايونات؟ because the last energy level of the noble gases are full with electron. مستقرة، ما تحتاج انه تكتب